Hello and welcome to one of my empties videos. These are all the empties I finished in the past 3 months, quarter one of 2025. I'm switching things up a little bit today, and I'm also going to include all of the products I purchased in the past 3 months, and then include prices for all my empties and spendies for the past quarter, and just share my thoughts and give mini reviews on these items. So let's get started. I have a lot to go through. Okay, let's start with skincare. So I have quite a few, it's all over the place, so I'll count it at the end, but I have two like face wash type. One is a makeup remover from Bubble, and the other is the Tula skincare called Classic. I just recently finished this and I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean, it does its job, it's gentle, and it does remove your makeup, but if you're wearing any heavy eye makeup or even mascara, you're gonna take multiple layers of this aggressively scrubbing your eyes. If you just wear like brow gel, concealer, lip gloss, this might be better for you so that you're still getting the makeup remover aspect, and it's very hydrating. It's a nice formula, it just doesn't remove makeup that well. I don't know why I keep trying to buy like makeup removing balms when the e.l.f. one is my all-time favorite. I need to just stop playing around and just stick to what I know. This one, it's like leaking, so I'm kind of holding it this way. It also is a pretty good product, though it is so heavily fragranced. It's like very floral smelling, and it's too much for washing your face every day. Really great formula, and I really liked it. It's just way too fragranced. This one was a gift for me for Christmas like the year before or last year, I don't remember, but I still really enjoyed it. It's just way too fragranced for my liking. I'm gonna move on to moisturizers, and I have quite a few. This little guy, it was just like a single-use packet. I'm not gonna count this in my empties or like towards the total cost. I just wanted to say I did really enjoy this formula, though it's a little too heavy for every night wear. This is the Clinique Smart Clinical Repair Overnight Recovery Cream and Mask Cream. I don't know the difference of like a recovery cream and a mask cream. A mask, I feel like you wouldn't want to do that every day. I did really enjoy this. It's a really nice like soft texture and just leaves your skin renewed the next day. Another one that did a very similar thing was the Estee Lauder Revitalizing Supreme Moisturizer. This one was amazing. It has such a nice plush texture and it really leaves your skin so hydrated, and I really wish that I didn't finish this and that this was a bigger container. This was like a sample I had gotten, or like a deluxe sample, and I'm very tempted to purchase this again. It definitely was like a luxury skincare experience. Like all of these are like deluxe samples. This is one I think I got for a points purchase through Sephora, so I'm gonna count it as like $2 because I think that's how many points it was, like 100 points or something. And this is the Tatcha, the water cream. I have been wanting to try Tatcha products for so long, and I think this is for their dry skin. I liked this in the morning under makeup. It was really nice, and I do kind of see why people like the formula of these, though I think I need to try their like really moisturizing one in the purple container because I have dry skin, so I don't think I got the most bang for its buck out of this product, but it was a nice experience. And the last face moisturizer I have is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, another deluxe sample. And this one, I had such a love-hate relationship with it. My opinions kept changing throughout using it. Sometimes it worked really well under makeup, other times it didn't. And I try to like give myself enough time for all my skincare to set. And this one just always acted up. Either it was really well or it wasn't. Sometimes it pilled, sometimes it didn't. I started just using it on my hands and then it started pilling. I don't know why, but I really wanted to like this. I liked it at first, and I don't think I would repurchase this just because I had so many issues with it and I would not recommend it. Finished one sunscreen, and that was the Vacation Classic Lotion. I personally would not repurchase this, even though it is a really great sunscreen. The only reason I wouldn't repurchase it is that I've discovered A Beauty sunscreens, and they are out of this world. They are next level. My new favorite is the Beauty of Joseon Daily Relief sunscreen. It is really, really good. Haven't had any issues with it at all. This one, it did sometimes pill, but very, very rarely, and it was more so if I slapped on all of my skincare really quickly. Just kind of had issues with that, so I really recommend layering all your skincare, giving it at least a minute between each layer to dry. We are still on skincare, and I have 3 hand balms, and funny enough, they're all from Trader Joe's. So 2 are from one of their advent calendars they had last Christmas, and then one is just their full-size hand lotion. Yeah, I think it's just called a hand cream. I have it like really rolled up, so it's kind of hard to get it. It's in this like aluminum packaging, which I absolutely despise. It is so hard to squeeze out the final amount, and it's just hard to get out. I was honestly not a huge fan of this. It is very hydrating and moisturizing, and it is a comfortable formula. It is just really, really greasy, and I've kind of noticed that ones that have coconut oil, they just kind of like sit on my skin. It does eventually dry down and it leaves your skin moisturized, and it has a really nice scent. Not like super offensive or anything, just a slight coconut, maybe shea butter, but it just took forever to dry down, and I'm kind of picky with my hand creams. I wash my hands a lot and I put on a lot of hand lotion, so I needed to set down pretty quickly, and I needed to keep my hands moisturized so I don't have to keep reapplying layers. And this was kind of like in the middle in longevity of if I washed my hands after a while. It did feel like my hands were a little dry. It kind of depended on how long I waited in between, but I do need something that really sets in quickly and keeps me moisturized. I would not repurchase this one. If you're okay with like a greasier formula and you don't need like a quick dry down time, I would recommend this. It's affordable, you get a decent amount, it lasted a long time, and like it's not a bad product. I just have some like sensory issues with hand lotions. Weirdly enough, I got this little mini one in the advent calendar, and this one's scent is Forest Fig and Blackberry. I would have assumed it's the same formula because of the packaging. It's not. I don't know if they changed their formula for that one. I don't think they did, but this one was really great. This one set down really quickly. I would say it wasn't as hydrating as the other one because it was kind of like a thinner formula, but I really enjoyed this and the smell was fantastic. I haven't seen it as a full size, so I'm a little disappointed, but I really liked the scent too. And then the last hand lotion was a hand balm from the advent calendar, and this one was orange ginger because it was kind of like that salve formula. It was a bit greasy as well, and honestly a little gritty. I don't know why, but it was nice. I enjoyed the scent, but again, a little greasy, so I wouldn't repurchase this. And I actually haven't seen this in stores. I have one body lotion that I finished, and this is also from Trader Joe's, and this is the Brazil Nut Body Butter. This one is heavenly. Oh my god. This one is a dupe, or at least the fragrance is a dupe for the Sol de Janeiro ones, which are also really amazing. This one is a bit heavier, and this stuff also lasts forever because you get this giant tub of it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. I haven't tried like other scents, but I'm assuming they're all the same formula. Actually, that's a lie. I've tried some of their like mini ones from the advent calendar. Different scents, same formula, amazing. So if you see any of these, just swoop it up because it is so good. Okay, still on Trader Joe's products, this is their Candy Cane Scented Shimmer Body Wash that was also in the advent calendar. Nothing special about this, it was just a body wash, and honestly I didn't notice any of the shimmer running through it. It smelled like candy canes, it smelled nice, it wasn't irritating or anything, but really nothing special. And then another product from the advent calendar is the Hydrating Rice Facial Essence. I actually really enjoyed this, though I don't know if I actually got any skincare benefits from it. Someone with dry skin, I really like that toners and essences can just add a little bit of extra hydration, and I think that's kind of all it really was with this, but I enjoyed it. Again, I haven't seen this at Trader Joe's, but I have heard of like rice essences or rice toners, so I do want to look more into that. And then the last Trader Joe's product is the Rosewater Facial Toner. This is one of my holy grail skincare products. I've already repurchased one of these. It is so good. I love this in between steps for my skincare, either morning and night, or even in the middle of the day if I just need a little calmness or just hydration to my makeup. This is such a great product. I love it so much. Highly, highly recommend, and I will always repurchase this. And then the last skincare product I have is Differin Gel. I use this as like Tret in a way. It's over the counter, though it used to be prescription, so I don't have the money to go see a dermatologist every couple of months. So I highly recommend this if you have sensitive skin. You definitely need to build up your tolerance to using this. I've done that over a year now. So I use this, like around twice a week. I skin cycle, so first day is exfoliating, second day I will use this, and then the third to fourth day is like hydration. I really enjoyed this. I also already have another tube of it, and yeah, I mean, I think I've talked about this before. This isn't my first empty. I've rebought this so many times, but you definitely do need to build up your tolerance to it. Okay, I do have 2 other empties. They're in the other room though, so I'm not going to go grab them. One is my CoStar X Snail Mucin. I will not be repurchasing that. I have like 1 use left, so that's why I don't have it with me right now, but it doesn't do anything. I really thought it was gonna give me like perfect glass skin, beautiful, like smooth, dewy. It doesn't do anything. Maybe it adds like a little hydration, but I've never really noticed that, and I have like severely dry desert skin, so I don't know. Don't waste your money, it's not worth it. And then the second one is actually a little tiny mini of the Trader Joe's body butter from their advent calendar. I used it as a hand lotion, and I think the scent was like Fireside Velvet. Really love the scent. It has like a nice smoky scent, not as intense as Replica by the Fireplace, but still like reminiscent of it. I really enjoyed that, so if I see that scent, I would repurchase it. Okay, so that is all of the Q1 skincare empties. The total for that was $70.26. So I really thought it was going to be a lot higher just because there were so many products, but a lot were like those deluxe samples and from the advent calendar. The advent calendar, I marked them all as $2. That was just based on how many products were in it and then the total price. So I think it came out to like $2. And then the deluxe samples, I also put a value of $2. So then what I bought for skincare, I bought one face moisturizer. It is the Beauty of Joseon Red Bean Moisturizer, and it's a gel-like formula. I really love it. So I didn't finish a face moisturizer besides like those ones that I was kind of rotating for night. The one I was using for the morning, it was just not vibing with my makeup, and it was just like too thick to dry down in the amount of time I have to get ready in the morning. So it was not it. And I was just like, I need something else. And I've been playing around with like K-beauty skincare products, and I love that stuff. I thought it was a good investment, and I'm really happy to say that I've been enjoying that moisturizer. Okay, let's get on to the makeup category. This is pretty sad compared to last year's numbers, even compared to the amount of skincare that I have, but I'll just give a quick review of the products I've used. So I have 2 brow products. One is the e.l.f. Wow Brow in, oh my god, I still don't know the shade, in neutral brown, and I don't think I will repurchase this. Really happy that it's very affordable. It was like $4 or $5 or something. And I do like the size of the wand. I like the size of the wand. It's nice and small. It just does not have enough hold for my liking. I like them like laminated on my face. I don't want them to budge, and I do want a slight tint to them, and this just wasn't it for me. It like kind of has like a moussey consistency, and it just moves around. It would move around all day, and I did not like that. I'm not like upset that I wasted money because it was only like $4, but I will not repurchase this. If you don't really like your brows to be super laminated, you want them more like fluttery and fluffy, this is a good product, just not for my liking. I have another brow product that I would not repurchase, and this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I think the shade's also, it's brunette. And my thing with this is it's not micro. Like, I feel like the tip there, it's actually like pretty normal size. It's not as large as the e.l.f. brow pencil, which I also don't like that one either. I think I have pretty full brows. I just need some light parts where I want a little more coverage or that it's kind of sparse, and this is not it. Also, the brunette shade is super warm leaning. I don't know why it is so hard to find a brownish shade that actually matches. I know I have like some reddish tones towards the end of my hair, but from my root, I would say it's neutral brown, and neutral brown is never neutral for some reason. For multiple reasons, I will not repurchase this one. Next, I have the Fruit Fetish lip oil, and this is Raspberry Peach. I cannot wait to get this again. I absolutely love this. This is probably my favorite lip oil. It is so good. It leaves your lips like super hydrated but a nice glossy finish. It meets right in the middle of a lip oil and a lip gloss. It is so nice, and the fragrance is to die for. It is so good. I really miss this one, but I have a lot of lip products, and I've bought lip products, so I need to really work on some before I buy this again, though it is very affordable, and I mean, I just love it. It also feels very luxe with the packaging, and it's just a great formula. I could keep going and going. The last makeup product I actually finished today, and this is a deluxe sample of the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and this is their hydrating formula, so it smells like watermelon. And I usually hate artificial watermelon scents, but this one does not bother me. And I would actually repurchase this one. I love their original all-nighter in the matte formula, though it can be a little drying for me sometimes. I really enjoy this. It leaves a nice dewy finish, and I would say it doesn't work with every foundation, but there are some drier ones that I have, or matte ones, where it really just brings the skin back to life. So I would get this again. I just have a few others that I'm trying to finish too. So that concludes the makeup empties that I have for the first quarter. Now let's get to the makeup I bought, because I said I was doing a no buy / low buy, and that didn't happen. I will be doing another video kind of talking about that, because your girl spent some. So let's just talk about what I got. So the first thing I got was one of the Fui blurring pudding pots, and I love that thing. It is so fun. It's just a really fun formula, and that's where it all started. I only have a few purchases here because my boyfriend bought me most of the like newer makeup that I have. So I don't know if I should count that as that I bought it because he bought it for me. We'll see. I'll talk about that and explore that in my next video, where I'm going to just talk about like breaking my low buy, the thoughts I have about it, and what I'm gonna do to kind of change that for the rest of the year. I'm not gonna let it bring me down, but we'll talk about that. So for the ones that I did purchase myself, this was a recent order from Sephora. So I got the freckle pen. I've been so interested in that for years, and I watched the Billie Eilish makeup tutorial that she did, and I saw someone else do it, and I was like, I need this product. And I don't know how to use it. I am struggling, so I definitely need to learn how to use that because it was $28. So I need to put that to use. The second product that I bought was the Huda Beauty Mini BB Blush Duo, and the shades I got were Cotton Candy and Peach Sorbet. I really like those. I've been dying to try their blushes for a while, and I really like them. So it was worth the money to me. That was $25. Then this part was a waste of money. I've been super into fake lashes recently, and this was kind of like during Sephora's sale. So I got the Sephora Collection false eyelashes in the fringe, like, I don't know, it's not a shade. What would you call it? Like, I don't know, what would you call it? Those were $5, and they are ugly. They are so ugly. I hate them. I tried to put them on, and they're way too large. I cut them down, and it just looked odd. It looked really bad, so I threw them away. So that's $5 down the toilet, or I guess down the trash. And then I got the Kosas Brow Gel, and this one was shade medium brown, and I adore this stuff. I am so happy I've found a brow gel that works for me, and this was $25. And then just a couple like points purchase things. One was the Tower 28 lip gloss in pistachio. That was a 100-point purchase, so about $2. I also really love that. My total for the makeup I bought is $93.60. So it kind of like evens out with the rest of the empties that I have and how much money it equals. I definitely didn't go over with how much money I spent on new products versus how many I got rid or finished. So not the end of the world, but something to think about. Okay, next up, let's do hair care empties. One is a deluxe sample of Brigio Scalp Revival. This is like a charcoal mask, or like, I don't even know what it is. It's a micro exfoliating shampoo. I would use this and then shampoo again because it's kind of like exfoliating your scalp. I think I liked it. I feel like I had to use a lot. It's kind of gritty, which makes sense, but I like really had to work it in there, and I have a lot of hair, like, I mean, it's dense in there. So I have one more sample of this, though it's more of like the plastic, like you peel it and use it. I don't know, that words aren't working, but it's not like this. I think it's smaller. I want to use that and then decide, because this stuff is not cheap. It's like $50. I think I liked it. My scalp does get a little dry, so I do need some type of exfoliation going on. And then the second one I used is the Miel, I don't know how to say it. I think it's Miel Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil. I'm pretty sure it's a myth that rosemary like makes your hair grow. It's more of like the stimulation and just waking up your hair follicles. correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the case. And hair oil just kind of helps and warms up and everything. I've repurchased this multiple times and I have enjoyed it. I do like it when I have like really bad dandruff days, and it kind of just like is a cooling sensation because of the mint. But I don't know if I want to repurchase it. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know. It just gets really, really greasy. And like I said, I have a lot of hair, so I really have to get in there to use it. And it just ends up being a greasy mess. And I used to use this like 2 to 3 times a week, and then I wash my hair like once, maybe twice a week. So it kind of gets a buildup of that oil, but I don't know. I'm been like debating if I will use this again or not. And then I have one more hair care empty. It has like 2 uses left, so I'm going to count it. And that is the Way hair oil. And I do not enjoy this. I don't know, I really, really love the scent of it, and I really wanted to like it. I see all the hair care girlies with curly hair using Way products, so I thought the hair oil would be a safe bet. I love hair oils. I don't like it. It kind of leaves like a silicone feel on the hair, which I don't have any issues with silicone, but for hair oil, I kind of have very specific needs that I want covered. It's really heavy on the hair, so like it would literally like weigh my hair down, which I don't like. It's not hydrating enough to have at nighttime. I'm not gonna repurchase that one. So my total for hair empties was $40.97, and I didn't buy any hair care products. My boyfriend bought me some, but again, we'll cover that. But I did not buy any. So yeah, hair 0. Okay, for fragrances, I have 3 little samples, and I thought I was gonna have more. I usually go through these pretty quickly, but I guess not recently. One is the Kayali Eden Juicy Apple. I really thought I was gonna like this, and I did not. It smells so artificial and gross. Not what I would expect from Kayali. It just smells really cheap. I feel like it had like maybe cinnamon, and like I've smelled like apple candles and I really like those, and this was just too like fake candy apple. I did not like it. Okay, the next one was Replica by the Fireplace, and I love this. It has such a nice smoky scent to it, and I wore this all winter long. I really, really enjoyed that one. And then the last one is Givenchy. I'm not even gonna entertain how to say this one. I'll just put it on screen, but I really like this one. It smells very expensive, very nice, like sensual, woody. It's really good. Though I think it's just these little samples. The packaging, it was so hard to get out. Like it was faulty when I got it. So I did finish it, I think. There's like 1 pump in there left, but I literally cannot get it. Yeah, none comes out when I click it, so it's kind of just a lost cause. But I would get this. It was really, really good. I have one more I finished somewhere. I can't find it though, but it was the Victor & Rolf Flower Bomb Tiger Lily. Also a really, really great one. And yeah, I love all of their scents so far. So for fragrance empties, I counted those as $1 each, so $4, and I did not buy any fragrances. And then the last category is nail products, and I have 2, which is quite surprising. It's been a while since I've had some nail care empties. So one is just acetone. I mean, it's acetone. I don't know what you want me to say, but I actually would not repurchase this one, at least this one. It was like $10 or something for this container. This is so small. I could go to Sally's and get like a giant one. So I wouldn't buy this one, but I mean, it's just acetone, so just buy a bigger container, cheaper. And then the last one is a top coat, and this is from Essie Speed Setter. I only buy fast-drying top coats. It's the way to go if you're gonna paint your nails at home. I would not get this again. I would say like the first quarter of the bottle, it's really good. It's nice and it's like thin, even though I do prefer like gloopier ones. It's a thin formula and it sets down really nicely, and I didn't have issues with it smudging nail art from what I can remember. But once you get past that, it is a nightmare. It gets really stringy really quickly, and I mean, I store my nail polishes correctly, and this is not it. I'm still on the hunt for the best one. I used to buy the Hello Taco Super Glossy one, but even that one, like halfway through, it would get really chunky. And I don't know what to use. I cannot find a good speed top coat, and let me know if you have any recommendations. Okay, and then for nail care stuff, I did buy one thing. I bought some nail glue for like press-ons. So I usually do gel nails, and that I use like gel to cure it onto my finger, but I have had the occasional pop off, and I'm not ready to do my nail set yet, so I thought it'd be very good to just buy a nail glue, like just for the days that I cannot be bothered to redo my nails. And I have used it. It was really nice. It was $10. So I did buy nail glue and then I bought acetone and I got a bigger container and it was like about the same price, I think. So my nail empties totaled $19.99 and then the nail stuff I bought was $18.79. So for a grand total of my empties, it was $165.22. And then the amount that I bought was $134.99. So cutting it close, definitely, and I do need to cut down some of these other categories like not buying makeup because I have plenty and I do not need it. I definitely bought some just because the vibes in the US are not fun, okay? And I was stressed to death, so I did kind of crack and bought some things just for myself. I definitely do want to be more mindful of my purchases, and I think most of these were necessary. At least the makeup wasn't, but it did something for myself, which in a way can be necessary. That is the complete list of finished products and purchased products. So last year in Q1, I finished 67 products. What? How? I have no idea. And then this year I finished 28. What the hell? I have no idea what happened. I mean, I have a small idea actually. So last year was like the first real year that I was tracking project planning and just my empties and spending, and I had a lot of products that were almost empty, like literally like 2 uses left because I didn't like it and I would push to the back and buy something new. Yeah, I had a lot to finish, especially like I think in January alone I finished like 27 skincare products and probably like 20 hair care products. It wasn't necessarily that I actually was using a lot of more product or anything. I just had a lot of stuff that needed to be finished. I like didn't want to throw it away because I was like wasting money, but I hated the product. And then another thing, I was able to finish about 4 of those sample perfumes every month pretty consistently throughout the year. This year I finished what, 4 in 3 months? That's really bad. But I also have expanded the amount of fragrance I have, so I don't think it is necessarily like a good thing or a bad thing. I think just I have kind of narrowed down, for the most part, only having products that I love or actually enjoy. I do also have a lot of newer stuff, but I'm using things up. So I think this year is more of a like real year, even though last year I was tracking all my empties. Like a false uptick in numbers just because so many should have been finished because they were practically empty. So I am excited to see how the rest of the year pans out. I do think for the next update I will have a lot more empties, especially with like makeup products. I'm really hoping to have some more nail and hair care stuff. Skincare kind of just what I'm using, though I definitely am getting more refined to the products that I love and enjoy. So I'm really excited to see what comes next. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to know how many products you finished this year versus the amount that you've bought if you're willing to talk about it. So let me know in the comments and I will see you guys next time. Bye!